Ram working on a supercharged 5.7 liter V8 1500. Well, now officially my Ram PR contact would tell me can't talk about future product, but we're here at Roadkill Nights, and this really caught my attention because this is a Ram 1500 with a bright orange supercharger on top and some direct connection stickers. You see it there, you see it here. And direct connection is kind of the in-house Mopar tuning company. Now Kase, the special part about this is not the fact that it's a supercharged 5.7, that's been done a lot. It's this guy right here.
Yeah, what's interesting about it is they've maintained the e-torque system and they've maintained emissions. So this is a vehicle that somebody could buy brand new, modify like this in theory, when this kit is offered, and still run it, pass emissions, no problem whatsoever, keep it registered for the street. Which means this could be a good competitor to what Ford's been doing, supercharging some of their Coyote-powered F-150s.
Now your first reaction is, well, you're at Roadkill Nights, that's just some guy's truck that he put a supercharger on and called it a day. But actually, we got a chance to sit down with the company that, actually a couple companies that worked on this truck. And what makes this special, and the reason I don't think that this is just a one-off, is A, it's a brand new truck, right, Kase? This V8 hasn't been out but like 38 minutes.
Yeah, at least in the new Rams. Obviously the 5.7 was around previously.
True, but in the brand new Rams.
It just returned.
Just returned, right? And B, this truck is here with all sorts of direct connection and Mopar badges on it. And that tells me that this just isn't some one-off thing that they're doing. So we had a chance to sit down with the gentleman who is putting this thing together. Let's go ahead and cut to that interview. All right, guys, so I'm here with the mastermind behind this truck. Dave, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, Dave Savaggio Designs. I'm here with the team. I got Rich Wadis with MagnaFlow. I got Mario with Gearhead Fabrications. I just want to introduce the team.
Yeah, right on.
We're here, obviously, Roadkill Nights with this new Ram. And, you know, there's some great options. We've been working with the Ram team for years. It's a great company, great relationship. You know, the whole Dodge team and the Ram team are fantastic. Direct Connection's fantastic. Primarily, we do custom builds. You might have seen Kevin Hart's Roadrunner we did. Worked with the Fast and Furious team on some of the, movies since 6. And then as far as the new stuff, you know, it's great because Dodge always has amazing products. The Demon 170s, the Challengers, the Chargers are all great. But the truck market's huge too. And especially on this one, we're just trying to make things more fun and more interesting for the customer, and you know, sell more units and have people really enjoy it.
So is this kind of a one-off build then that you guys have put together?
Yeah, so this is a concept. We're working with Dustin Whipple. You guys know Whipple Superchargers, of course.
Yeah.
Best superchargers on the market. So this is a 50% horsepower increase. It goes on the 5.7 e-torque. It's fantastic, you know, gets a 600 horse. You know, and the best part is it's a kind of a base model truck, right? You're not starting with maybe a TRX where it's going to break the bank. It's going to be something more, you know, in a budget where people can afford it. We're developing a cold air intake and a bunch of carbon fiber parts for it. So it's about 5 pounds of boost, like I said, 600 horsepower. And then there's a lot of other accessories as well. You know, we do badging. There's a graphics, you know, emulating the new Ram design. So it's kind of a really cool package. And then, of course, that something else comes with the package, of course, is the direct connection exhaust that MagnaFlow supplies. So it just makes, you know, makes a better package.
Yeah, right on.
So
now I want to hop back to the front a little bit and talk about that supercharged engine because, look, there's been a lot of supercharged 5.7s over the years. But the crazy part about this is that you guys have maintained the e-torque system on this engine.
Correct. Yeah, we maintain the e-torque, and the best part is this is emissions legal in all 50 states.
Okay.
So dealers can put it on, consumers can put it on, and you know, one thing that was great about Direct Connection is all about power performance packages, and you know, that's what's coming down the pike. So this is in development. It's the first one out. And I'm really looking forward to the announcements and the things to come on it.
Okay, so it's still really early days.
Yep.
This is not something you're going to be able to go to your Dodge dealer yet and buy.
Yep, but it's soon.
But potentially you're looking into it.
Very soon.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. So 600 horsepower, and then if it's direct connection, like it could potentially be warranted.
Correct.
Cool.
Yep.
Very cool. And it's got the e-torque on there.
And it still has the e-torque, and it maintains everything. And basically the best part is it's very easy to install. So supercharger isn't much work, and to be honest with you, the exhaust takes about 30 minutes. and you got a really amazing package.
That's awesome. Yeah. And when you guys do this, could this be fitted to any configuration of cab and truck and Laramie base model? Doesn't matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you could start something as low as the Tradesman and go up from there.
Sweet. Awesome. Now, obviously, no pricing yet because still early days, but Dave, I appreciate you showing me around it.
Hey, my pleasure. It's good seeing you.
Yeah,
great channel, and I really enjoy it.
Thanks, man. It's really great. Appreciate that.
Tommy, here's another indication that what they're working on is pretty serious. This is a cutout of the supercharger that's on that truck, and it's a really cool thing to see. But you and I both know from talking to manufacturers, OEMs, doing cutouts is not an especially inexpensive thing to do. This is a relatively simple cutout, but making these and making them look good and everything is pretty pricey. So there's been some more money put into this project than just, like you said, some guy modifying his personal vehicle.
Now, what I think is interesting about this case is it makes sense that Ram would be doing this through kind of like a direct connection dealer installed situation, because Ford has been doing something very similar for a while now.
And massively successful, and people love street racing and taking to tracks F-150s with Coyotes and factory superchargers that can be covered under warranties and make boatloads of power. So why would they not want to get into that market as well? Here's the other thing. Look what booth we're right next to. I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on. But let's talk a little bit more about this truck, right? So 600 horsepower in a very standard looking Ram 1500. Now, of course, you can get, or you could, and likely will be able to get 700 horsepower in a TRX.
Yeah.
But what's cool about this kit is this is just a bog standard 4-wheel drive run-of-the-mill Ram truck, right?
And like you said, a pretty easy thing to install. Now, because this is not something that's available yet, it's something they're actively working on. They don't have as many details for us as we would love to have eventually. But again, also the fact that they're incorporating Ram's new Hemi logo and everything onto this truck, it seems clear to me, at least the goal, the intention. It doesn't guarantee that this kit is coming out, but they've clearly put some effort and some thought behind it.
Now, if you look down here, we've got direct connection exhaust, right? So we got these bigger exhaust ports, which looks cool. I would imagine that a lot of folks potentially buying this would do like a bit of a suspension drop on this thing, get it closer to the ground, get more of that street truck-like look. And then the inside, this is just a standard Ram truck. Hell, dude, this is a 600 horsepower 6-seater, man.
Yeah, exactly. Bench seat in the front, which we always love, because that just makes the truck that much more useful. But I like the idea of bringing some performance trucks into a arguably more affordable space, because RHOs, TRXs of the past, Raptors these days, all of those trucks are very expensive. So getting some kits that you could apply to a more basic truck would be really cool.
Yeah, dude, I really am excited about the potential. Now, I think, so we actually own a 5.0 Tremor F-150, right? And I want to say to do the Ford Supercharger kit is like 10 or 12 grand. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it seems right. I haven't actually shopped around for it myself.
Let's say this basic kind of 4-door, 4-wheel drive Ram is probably $48,000, $50,000. So let's figure if this system is maybe 10 or 12 grand on top of that, for 60K, you could have a 600 horsepower V8 supercharged with an e-torque, emissions compliant, and potentially even warranty beast.
And especially since this is coming out after the Ford kit, you would expect them to directly target their pricing, their performance figures. Doesn't mean everything is going to line up exactly, obviously, but that should be, ideally, in an ideal world, what they're going for.
And what's cool about this too, I like the little details. So obviously that Whipple is orange. I would kind of guess this is kind of that Hemi orange, right, that we see on like the valve covers on the Hellcat engines. But they've actually incorporated the orange accenting here on the grille. If you come around to the side of the truck, you got it on the little side ram, you got it on the graphics on the back. So pretty cool idea here.
Yeah, definitely. It's a cool color combo. That would all be up to the buyer. You could definitely make a total sleeper out of the truck. And I would even argue that this truck, with the decals and with the orange badges, is still a sleeper. I would not expect this truck to have 600 horsepower.
Now look, I don't want to overpromise anything here, and certainly our Ram PR folks wouldn't want us to say that, oh, this is coming tomorrow. But likely, if I had to guess, stay tuned. We're probably going to see more information on what this is. I kind of feel like, Kase, we're looking at a Skunk Works truck right here.
It could be.
You know, know, it looks like something that maybe is a little under the radar, but clearly they wanted some interest in this truck because they brought it to the Roadkill Nights here off Woodward Avenue in Pontiac, Michigan.
Yeah.
So this is very much going to be a stay tuned situation.
Yeah, because they knew we were going to see this and they knew we were going to speculate, and they're perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, they seem pretty good on the speculation. So I'm speculating, guys.
Yeah.
It's in the Dodge booth. We got some cool stuff coming. All right, so let us know what you think in the comments. This has been Tommy.
In case.
Dude, I want to hear this thing so bad. I asked them to give me the keys and they said they were all locked up, but this could be really cool. And my favorite part about this, that if this is actually going to be direct connection, this could be full warranted. You might not have to worry about it in the long run. That's really exciting.
Exactly. More supercharged trucks on the market sounds good to me.